How can you talk about treasonous? How can you talk about treasonous? How many children have died in the pit toilets, man? How many children have died in the pit toilets? How many people have lost their family members on the roads due to the potholes? How many people have lost their family members because it's dark because of load shedding? How many people have actually been attacked because it's dark due to load shedding? Are you telling me the advert is treasonous, but these situations that are happening in real time are not treasonous?
The 360 experience with Thomas M.
I heard that the DA is in a lot of trouble after releasing this controversial elections advert.
In this election, for the first time in 30 years, the ANC will lose its majority, but they will do anything to stay in power. Imagine a coalition between the ANC, the violent EFF, and the Zuma faction. Under this coalition of corruption, life will only get worse. This election is about survival. Unite to rescue South Africa. Vote DA.
Okay, let's watch it again.
In this election, for the first time in 30 years, the ANC will lose its majority, but they will do anything to stay in power. Imagine a coalition between the ANC, the violent EFF, and the Zuma faction. Under this coalition of corruption, life will only get worse. This election is about survival. Unite to rescue South Africa. Vote DA.
So guys, what do you think about the advert, man? What are your honest thoughts about the advert? Do you think the advert was fire, it was hot, or do you think the advert was done in protest? Because for the past couple of days, I've seen so much outrage online. People talking about the DA, how the DA hates South Africa, the fact that the DA are treasonous. How can these people actually do an elections advert like this one? It shows that these people actually hate South Africa. But me personally, guys, I don't want to lie. Looking at the advert, it tells me that right now the country is burning. It tells me that the country is burning. And it tells me that the DA, it says that if you don't want the country to continue burning, then you need to vote for us. This is what the advert is telling to me. This is what it says to me. That the country is burning right now. Things are not okay right now. The ANC is going to lose their majority. And chances are the ANC might go into coalition with the EFF and Umkhonto we Sizwe. And things are not going to be well if the ANC decides to go into coalition with the EFF and Umkhonto we Sizwe. So South Africa is going to burn things, just like how things are burning right now. South Africa is going to burn with the coalition of the ANC, EFF, and Umkhonto we Sizwe. So if South Africans want to restore South Africa, if South Africans want to rescue South Africa, needs to vote for the DA. This is the reason why at the end of an advert, you will see the South African flag being restored and South Africans being told that, guys, this is the only way you can actually avoid the country being burned down. So why is there so much outrage over this advert? Because this is what it said to me. Like, this is what I thought of the first time me watching this advert. This is the first thing that came to my mind, that, okay, the country is burning. The country is burning. And can anyone honestly step up and say that the country is not burning at this point? Do we have an honest person who can step up and say that the country is not burning? Because for anyone to say that the country is not burning, you have to be in favor of the ANC. You have to say that the ANC is doing an honorable job. Because if you say that the ANC is not doing an honorable job, then you do agree that the country is burning. You do agree that the things are not okay in the country. You do agree that unemployment is killing people. Young people are taking their own lives. Young people are drug addicts today because of unemployment. You have to talk about crime and how crime is affecting people. Talk about load shedding. Talk about the fact that people have lost their jobs due to load shedding. People have lost their businesses due to load shedding. You have to talk about illegal immigration. You have to talk about the open borders and what it does to the country. So are we honestly going to sit here and say that the country is not burning? Are we going to say the country is not burning? Because if you agree with everything that I've said right now, then you do agree that the country is burning. You do. Maybe the advert is not comfortable for you. Maybe it's not comfortable for you to watch the South African flag being burned. But this is the situation that we are in right now. Are you more outraged about the DA showing you a South African flag burning? Or are you more outraged about what is happening on the ground? Are you more outraged about the fact that people have been losing their jobs left, right, and center? Are you more outraged at the fact that young people have been graduating in thousands, but companies have been closing down? Are you more outraged at that, or are you more outraged at the fact that the DA showed you a flag of South Africa burning? What is it exactly actually makes you furious? Are you more furious at the advert, or are you more furious at the fact that people on the ground are not having a nice time? Man, it is so hard for me to understand the fake outrage. I don't understand the outrage. I don't understand the outrage. What can you possibly point and say that, okay, this is the reason why the country is not burning? What can you point? Look at the infrastructure, man. Look at our people in the townships. Look at the hospitals that the people are subjected to. Look at the hospitals and the clinics that we are subjected to. Look at the schools that we are subjected to. Look at the education system that our children are subjected to. Are you telling me that the country is not burning? Look at how our children are conducting themselves. Every week you will see a video of young black people attacking teachers in schools. You will see the videos of young children attacking each other in schools. Are you telling me the country is not burning? Are you telling me that the people who are sitting at home because they have lost their jobs due to COVID-19, because the country or the government has decided to senselessly close down everything, are you telling me that those people can tell you that the country is not burning? Tell me about the people that have lost their jobs. Tell me about the people that are in debt today after starting their own businesses, and those businesses could not even succeed because we do not have the electricity in the country. Tell me about the parents that have lost their children in the pit toilets. Are you telling me that those parents are going to tell you that the country is not burning? Of course the country is burning. Of course the country is burning. Are you more outraged at this advert, or are you more outraged at what is happening on the ground? Are you more outraged at this advert, or are you more outraged at what is happening on the ground? Man, I can sit here and talk about the things that are bad. I can take the whole day. I can take the whole day to tell you about the infrastructure that we are subjected to. I can take the whole day telling you about the potholes that are taking people's lives. I can tell you how many people have lost their lives on the road due to these potholes. Are you going to tell me that the families of those people will tell you that the country is not burning? Are you going to tell me that the families of the people that their children have been abducted, that the country is not burning? Are you going to tell me that the people who have actually lost their businesses can tell you that the country is not burning? Of course the country is burning, whether you like it or not. The advert might be uncomfortable to you, but it is the reality of what is happening on the ground. It is the reality of what is happening on the ground. It's either you are more outraged at the advert, or you are more outraged at what is happening on the ground. Me personally, me Thomas Mabaso, I am more outraged at what is happening on the ground. I look at how people are living on the ground. I am not happy at all at what black people are subjected to, because the political parties that we love, they will always tell us how much they love black people. But can you honestly look at how black people are living on the ground? Are you happy with how black people are living? Are you happy with everything that black people have been subjected to? Are you happy with the president of the country telling young people that if they don't vote for the ANC, they are going to lose their social grants? Are you happy about that? Are you happy about that? Are you happy about millions and millions of young people that are sitting at home with their degrees and diplomas? Are you happy about the people that have studied medicine, the qualified doctors, the qualified teachers that are sitting at home? Are you happy about it? Can you tell me those people will tell you that the country is not burning? Of course they will tell you the country is burning. They will tell you the country is burning. So stop it with this fake outrage. This is the reality of what is happening on the ground. You may not like the taste of the advert, but this is exactly what is happening on the ground. This is exactly what is happening on the ground. No amount of outrage can actually make me think that that advert was done in poor taste. No amount of outrage can actually make me believe that that advert was done in poor taste. This is exactly what is happening on the ground. We may disagree about voting for the DA at the end of the advert, because this is what the DA is saying, that if you want us to restore this country, if you want us to restore the flag, then you need to vote the DA so that you can save South Africa from the ANC, EFF, and Umkhonto weSizwe. Maybe we can disagree about it, but what is happening on the ground right now is that things are not going well. Things are not going well. Things are not going well. So stop it with that fake outrage. It is not helping anyone else.
With regard to the burning of the flag, even in a political advert, that is treasonous. The flag of our country is sacred.
Ramaphosa is talking about the burning of the flag on an advert being treasonous. He's more outraged on what he's seeing on the screen of his cell phone. He's not more outraged of what his people are subjected to on the ground. He is not outraged at what his administration has subjected the people on the ground. He is more outraged on what he's seeing on the screen of his cell phone. How can you talk about treasonous? How can you talk about treasonous? How many children have died in the pit toilets, man? How many children have died in the pit toilets? How many people have lost their family members on the roads due to the potholes? How many people have lost their family members because it's dark because of load shedding? How many people have actually been attacked because it's dark due to load shedding? Are you telling me the advert is treasonous, but these situations that are happening in real time are not treasonous? The fact that people feel that they are not protected. Are you telling me that is not treasonous? But what is treasonous is what you are seeing on the screen. He's talking about treasonous, man. He's talking about treasonous. You are talking about treasonous. Tell it to young children who have taken their own lives because they cannot even find employment. Tell it to young graduates that have turned into drug addicts today because they were told that if you go to university or college and you attain your degrees or your diplomas, you will find employment. And now, as we speak, these young people are feeling useless because they cannot even contribute in their households. Some of these young people, they have children themselves and they cannot even provide for their children because there are no jobs in the country. So many of them, they are depressed. Tell me about what is treasonous. What is treasonous is what you are seeing on your screen or what the people are subjected to on the ground. With everything that is happening, we must not allow Ramaphosa and the ANC to come out and portray themselves as outraged. South Africa is where it is today because of you guys. We have 350 political parties today in the country because you guys have actually failed to run the country. Look at our state-owned entities. How many people have lost their jobs on the state-owned entities? How many people have lost their careers on the state-owned entities? Zondo Commission. People were accused, were ashamed, were exposed live on national television. Have you actually taken action against those people who were exposed in the Zondo Commission? You have not taken an action about any of the corrupt comrades of the ANC. You look at the people that were feeding people dirty water. People died because of dirty water that people were subjected to in Hammanskraal. People died of cholera. Can you imagine? In 2024, people are dying because of cholera under your administration. Then you are saying an advert is treasonous and you say nothing about the tens and tens of people that have lost their lives because you people have failed to provide with clean water. What is treasonous? What is treasonous? Can we go down the list? Can we go down the list? If you want to talk about treasonous, we can talk about treasonous. We can talk about treasonous. We can talk about the people that have lost their young ones, the people that have lost their family members, the people that like today they still do not know where their family members are because we have open borders in the country. We can talk about the people that have taken the mortgages. We can talk about the people that have actually are in debt today trying to pay their cars, but their cars have been found in Zimbabwe. Some of the people, their cars have been found in Zimbabwe and Mozambique. Can you talk about how unsafe the people are on the street? Can you talk about the fact that thousands and thousands of South Africans are being slaughtered in the streets each and every day? And you are talking about treasonous and you say an advert is treasonous, but you say nothing about everything that is happening under your administration. He's saying it's treasonous, man. He's saying it's treasonous. He's saying it's treasonous. There is nothing treasonous about that advert. That advert actually told you or showed you exactly what is happening on the ground. You don't want to deal with what is happening on the ground. You would rather take people on this, what is this tirade of yours, trying to pretend as if you are holier than thou, talking about the advert being treasonous, whereas people are subjected to conditions that they cannot even imagine. under your own administration. People are not working today. Millions of young people are roaming the streets today. Under your own administration, people have lost their jobs more than ever. Under your administration, the unemployment rate has gone up under your administration. But you are talking about what is treasonous.
Sacred article in the life of our country. It is that flag that unites all of us. It is despicable that a political party can, as it seeks to express itself, go and burn the symbol of our unity, the symbol of our existence as a nation. And I think it is treasonous because anybody...
Man, please stop talking about what is treasonous, because you are making me angry, man. Every chance you talk about what is treasonous, you are making me angry. You are honestly making me angry. You are making me angry. Stop saying that it's treasonous. Stop saying that it's treasonous. Those words should not be evil. Should not be able to come out of your mouth. You should not be able to say treasonous. You, as the president of the country, you have disappointed people in this country, man. You have disappointed people. People's lives have been turned into shambles under your own administration. You have promised people things that you cannot even deliver today. You have promised the South Africans that you are going to deal with the corrupt cadres that have destroyed people's lives. You have promised people that all of the people that were named and shamed in the Zondo Commission, something is going to be done about them. Please do not talk about treasonous, men, because I think about the children that are dying in the pit toilets. I think about the children that are walking 10 kilometers to go to school. I think about the children that are fed like poisonous food in those school feedings things, man. Do not talk about treasonous, man. Do not talk about treasonous. Because what your administration has been doing ever since you became the president is nothing but treasonous. You are the president of the country, man, that had millions and millions of foreign cash hidden under your mattresses and your sofas. And nothing has been done to you. Nothing has been done to you. You hired an acting public protector. The first thing that the public protector said is that there is nothing wrong that you did, despite the average South Africans saying that you are guilty with the Palapala, despite every word saying that you are guilty with Palapala. The Reserve Bank came out and said that there was no completed transaction between you and that Hazim Mustafa guy. So the question still arises, who the hell is that money belongs to? Because if there was no completed transaction between you and Mustafa, then how the hell did that money end up in your own farm? President of Palapala talking about treason.
Particularly an organization that does something like that for political expediency should really be ashamed of themselves, because it is the most despicable political act that anyone can embark upon, particularly when they are campaigning for votes, because you're voting now for a party that wants to destroy South Africa, that wants...
No, this that was not the intention of the advert, man. I mean, like, the people that are outraged at the advert and thinking this is what's the intention of the advert, then clearly those people are not being honest. Those people are not being honest, or it's either those people basically hate the DA itself. They are not being honest, because the DA never said that they want to destroy the country. They said that you guys are destroying the country. They said that the country is burning under your administration. This is what the advert has said, that you are going to lose the majority. And chances are you're going to go into coalition with the EFF and Umkhonto weSizwe, and things are going to be bad. This is what the advert has said. They didn't say that we want to destroy the country, because for them, speaking on their behalf, they said that if we want to restore the country, then you need to vote for us. This is the reason I said that maybe we can have the debate about the end of the advert in terms of voting for the DA or the political party that you think is going to restore hope in the country. Maybe the people can actually have the debate about it and say that, no, the DA, you are not the political party to actually restore South Africa. Maybe the EFF, or some people know the EFF is not the political party that is going to restore the country. People can debate about the end of the advert, but what is happening on the advert is the fact that the country is burning. No one can actually dispute that. No one can dispute it. Where did they say they want to destroy the country? The president honestly thinks that the people are stupid. The president honestly thinks people are stupid. Where did they say they wanted to destroy the country? The advert. Where did they say they want to destroy the country? Because they say you guys are destroying the country. You guys are destroying the country. This is what they said. You guys are destroying the country. Not them destroying the country. They are saying we are the people who are going to restore the country. Because you guys are destroying the country. That's why I said, man, like, I don't understand what's this a fake outrage thing, man. I honestly do not understand what's the fake outrage with this advert. Because this is exactly what is happening on the ground. I'm not talking about the people that are privileged, man. The people that are privileged, man, like, this is the reason why, like I say, that sometimes doing the YouTube, sometimes being on these social media platforms, man, like, it gets frustrating. Because we don't get to hear what the people on the ground are thinking. The people who will respond to this video actually disagreeing with me are people who are actually having a nice time. Because if you can actually afford to be on YouTube, maybe your life is not that bad, man. Your life is not that bad. This is why I say that, man, it is so important for our people on the ground to actually have the access of the internet so that we can hear what they think of everything that is happening. Because the people that are in the middle class or the people that are speaking from the position of privilege, they are not speaking from the people on the ground. I tend to believe that I'm speaking from the people on the ground because I'm on the ground too, man. I'm still living in the townships. I do not live in the suburbs, man. I do not assess the situations of what is happening in South Africa from the suburbs. I assess the situation of what is happening in the country from where I stay in the townships. I am in the townships. So I can say that maybe I am speaking for the people on the ground. I am speaking on behalf of the people on the ground because I'm living with them each and every day. I'm spending my days with the people on the ground. But how many people can actually say that? How many people can actually say that? The people that are on YouTube, how many people can say that we are speaking from the position of the people on the ground? How many of them can say that? I don't like to blow my own horn, man. I don't like to blow my own horn, man. Like, this is the reason why I think, man, if I live in townships, I think even my whole analysis of everything that is happening in the country is going to change. If I dare live where I stay right now and God willing, I go and live in the suburbs, I can tell you today that my analysis is going to change. Because I will be speaking from the position of privilege. I will be speaking thinking that I'm speaking for on behalf of the people on the ground. But I am not speaking on behalf of the people on the ground. Ramaphosa is not speaking on behalf of the people on the ground. Ramaphosa has no idea what the hell he's talking about. This is the same president who went to the shop of a Somalian and said that, man, we want your businesses to thrive. The people were so outraged at Ramaphosa saying that, man, we are not happy with these people in our townships. How can the president co-sign these people that we are not happy with? It shows you how detached these people are from the reality or the ground. It shows you how they are out of touch with what is happening on the ground. The people cannot be mad about these Somalians, these Bangladeshis that are selling their children rotten food and rotten drinks and children dying in South Africa due to the things that they are consuming that are coming from the shops of these people. Then you have the president of the country shaking the hand of the person that the people on the ground are not happy with. You are out of touch. You are out of touch. And I hope that by the day I move to the suburbs, man, I hope I will not be on YouTube, man. I honestly hope I will not be on YouTube because I know that I will not be direct with the people that I'm trying to report from.
Wants to destroy the symbol that unites all of us. And what will you be voting for? Because all we want is to build South Africa, to unite the people of South Africa around the flag. People die for the flag of a nation. People, they rally around the flag of a nation. And it is about us. And so
people died behind that flag. Of course, I agree with you that people died under the flag. And what did the ANC do after that? What did your administration do after then? People died under the flag. People left their families behind during apartheid. People actually put their lives on the line so that we can be here and enjoy these freedoms that we are enjoying today. And what did your ANC do about it? What did your ANC do about it? Have you done a wonderful job making sure that people are enjoying the freedoms that we have today? What did the ANC do about it? Of course, people died for the flag of South Africa. I understand you completely. People died for this flag. But what did you guys do? Don't you think that the ANC has been banning the flag of South Africa for the past 30 years? Don't you think that everything that the ANC has been doing for the past 30 years, it has been banning the flag of the country? This is why I'm saying that these people are simply out of touch with reality, man. These people are simply out of touch with reality. And it is so absurd that the people still support them anyway. This is one thing that I'm struggling to understand. Why do people still support these guys? After everything they have done to the country. After these people have burned the flag of South Africa for the past 30 years. If you do you think if right now Oliver Tambo can wake up in his grave, do you think Oliver Tambo would actually be proud of the job that you guys have done? Do you think if Chris Hahn can wake up from his grave, he would be happy about the job that you guys have done? Do you think Nelson Mandela would be happy about the ANC today? You have done such a terrible job that the people who have actually died for this flag will not be proud about you. They will not be proud about you. I would argue that those people would actually tend to believe, or they would agree with that advert. They would agree with that advert that, man, whether we like it or not, man, things are burning in the country, and we died for this flag. We died for this flag, man, to be where it is. We died for this prestigious flag, but these people taking over, and people's lives have turned into misery. Do you think the struggle icons that have died under the ANC would be happy to see where the ANC is today? Do you think Solomon Mahlangu, who actually put his life on the line and said that I'm going to die, I know that I'm going to die, but I hope that I hope that many of us are going to be born. I know that I'm going to die. Do you think Solomon Mahlangu will be happy to see where the ANC is today? I mean, this is the reason why, man, I have a problem with the people that are always speaking from the position of privilege, man. I'm honestly, this is the reason why I always have a problem. This is the reason why I have the problem with the people that always speak from the position of privilege. Because if they come to the townships, if they come to the informal settlements, if they go to the farms, the people that are always targeted into the farms, those people will tell you that the things are not going well. They will tell you that the country is burning. They will tell you that the country is sinking. I always say that the country is sinking. Before even this advert of the DA, I always say that the country is sinking. That the country is literally on its knees. The country is dying. The country is dying. This is the reason why people were so upset with you, the president, when you went out and said that so you will fight for the people of Palestine to have water and electricity. Whereas South Africans, thousands and thousands of South Africans are not protected. Thousands and thousands of South Africans are slaughtered on their streets. People were so mad at you, standing so strong against Palestine, because you have never stood so strong for the people of this country. You are completely detached from that. You are completely detached from that. Completely. You don't understand why the people were mad with your administration standing for the people of Palestine, whereas the people of this country need you. South Africans needed you, but you decided to stand with the people of Palestine. You decided to fight for the people of Palestine. You decided to use the money that could have actually helped young people in this country and fought for the people of Palestine. And you wonder why people are so mad at you. Because you are completely out of touch with reality. You are not the president that on the ground that can actually listen to what the people are saying on the ground.
People, they rally around the flag of a nation, and it is about us. And so they are destroying that unity, that identity that we all have. So it is totally unacceptable.
Man, what is acceptable? What is unacceptable to administration? I don't want to lie. What is completely unacceptable, man, to administration, man, and what your administration has been subjecting the people of this country to, man. That is one thing that is completely unacceptable, man. If we have to talk about the things that are unacceptable, Your administration, man, it's unacceptable. Your administration is unacceptable, man. Even today, you cannot even, even today, the president of the country cannot even campaign with his successes as the president of the country. He's talking about what the ANC has done since 1994, because he understands that he understands that he doesn't have any wins as the president of the country. He understands that there are no wins for his administration as the president of the country. That is what is unacceptable. That is what is unacceptable. So guys, let's hear the leader of the DA, John Steenhuisen, basically defending this controversial advert. Man, I didn't think I was going to be so upset. I'm sorry, guys.
DA leader John Steenhuisen has defended the party's controversial election advert that shows the burning of the South African flag. He says the advert is a reminder to voters who will vote for an ANC, EFF and MK party coalition come the national and provincial elections later this month. He describes the coalition of the parties as a doomsday coalition that would bring an economic decline for the country. Steenhuisen took the party's election campaign to East London in the Eastern Cape under the theme Rescue SA.
The flag, would you defend it in court too?
Yes, of course. It's a political advert, and political adverts are designed to be uncomfortable and to make people think. And the symbolism of that particular advert was that our country's on fire. We've got 42% of our people who don't have work, 84 people being murdered every single day, 7 out of 10 young people cannot get a job. We've got load shedding. Our country is literally on fire, and we need to do something to fix it. And the advert shows exactly what that fixing requires. It requires people.
Of course, these are not only the statistics that the DA is running with, these are the statistics that everyone who is campaigning against the ANC is running with. People being slaughtered, people being unable to find jobs, load shedding. These are things that the political parties are campaigning with. So these people are actually agreeing with the DA that the country is literally on fire. It's just that these people, they will not agree with the DA straight up that, yeah, the country is on fire, and that advert actually, maybe some of these people are actually upset that the DA has actually outdid them with that advert. It is just what, a 33-second advert, but it is very potent. It is very potent. I'm going to do a video after this one where I'm going to be reviewing the different political advert. Man, I must say that this advert, man, it is very potent, and I think some of these people are just angry at the fact that the DA was able to put everything in 30 seconds. But most of these things that John Steenhuisen is talking about, and him saying that this is the reason why the country is burning, these are things that are also being said by other political parties. So if other political parties are saying the same things that John Steenhuisen is saying, why are they mad when they say that the country is burning? Why are they mad? This is nothing but fake outrage, man.
National and provincial elections later this month. He describes the coalition of the parties as a doomsday coalition that would bring an economic decline for the country. Steenhuisen took the party's election campaign to East London in the Eastern Cape under the theme Rescue SA.
The flag, would you defend it in court too?
Yes, of course. It's a political advert, and political adverts are designed to be uncomfortable and to make people think. And the symbolism of that particular advert was that our country's on fire. We've got 42% of our people who don't have work, 84 people being murdered every single day, 7 out of 10 young people cannot get a job. We've got load shedding. Our country is literally on fire, and we need to do something to fix it. And the advert shows exactly what that fixing requires. It requires people to vote for the DA. And that's why at the end of the advert, the flag is restored to its full glory, giving people the call to action. In this election, if you want to rescue the country, you've got to vote for the DA.
You describe it as a doomsday coalition, particularly between the ANC.
Of course, man, I don't want to go forward in terms of what John Steenhuisen thinks about the possible coalition of the ANC, EFF and Umkhonto we Sizwe. I think he has stressed that enough. I just wanted the opening part because the opening part, it is the most important part where he talks about everything that other political parties are talking about. This is what other political parties are talking about. So do not listen to people when they are out there with their fake outrage, because this is exactly what they are saying too. This is exactly what they are saying too. Because if those political parties, if Action SA, EFF, or Build One South Africa, IFP, agrees that 7 out of 10 young people cannot find jobs, if they agree that load shedding has destroyed people's lives, not only their jobs, their businesses, if they can agree that the South Africans are not safe, if they can agree that the issue of open borders, it has actually hurt the South Africans, if they can actually agree with what John Steenhuisen spoke about on the first part of this video, then they do agree too that the South Africa is burning. So what is the outrage for? What is the outrage for? Guys, please tell me what you think on the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button, and the most important part, subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso. I will see you next time. Bye bye.
The 360 experience with Thomas M.